All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Intoxicated Sports Report. I'm Gage. He's Emerson. And before we get going, I would like to say Happy Easter, everybody. Hope everybody had a good Easter. I know I did.
Yep.
What about you? What'd you do?
Went and saw the parents.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Had a little dinner.
Get a little toasty.
Got a little toasty.
Nice.
Had a couple cocktails.
What was on the
menu?
The menu,
We had petrale sole,
which is
which is a fish,
okay.
a white fish.
Nice.
Very light, but very good. And risotto and salad.
Ooh.
Very good.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. What about you?
I also had fish, but we had salmon.
Okay.
Went over to my
nice.
grandma's house. It was me,
Can't go wrong with salmon.
Mom, Dad, Drew, and then JoJo came over for a little bit.
Nice.
And yeah, we had salmon. We had smashed potatoes. I don't know if
Okay.
you're familiar.
Yeah.
Your mom probably makes those,
Yeah.
or she. And
Yeah.
It's something that she'd probably want to like make. They're super good. It's just,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah.
And then asparagus.
Nice. Let me some asparagus.
I took a piss this morning. I was like, what?
Spanky.
I was like, what in the hell? I was like, oh, okay.
I forgot we actually had asparagus as an appetizer too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is it weird that asparagus does that?
It's like like there's other vegetables that kind of do it, but it's the most potent.
I mean, I probably had. I mean, maybe 6 pieces, maybe 5 pieces,
Yeah.
and it still makes my
Yeah,
shit.
you could have like
reek.
1 or 2 and you could still get it. It's like it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's not the business.
Yeah. So what did we decide though? Easter is a holiday for Bugs Bunny's birthday. It's not a Christian holiday.
No, I thought it was wasn't Bugs Bunny born yesterday?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
We're joking. If you're religious, sorry. it's just what we do on the
Yeah.
show. We joke a lot.
Yeah.
It has something to do with God, though. He like rose yesterday or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Which, cool.
Yeah.
He is risen.
He is risen.
He is risen. Good for him. What do we got going on today?
So MLB opening weekend. We're gonna
Ooh, it's
rehash
back.
that.
It's
It's
back.
back, baby, dude.
It's back.
Literally, ESPN is playing baseball all day today. Started at 10 a.m. this morning, all the way to 10 p.m.
Can't complain.
I love it.
They're trying to compete with March Madness.
Yeah, right.
Good luck.
Speaking of Final Four action,
Oof.
we're going to talk about ladies and guys,
Yep.
and then a couple big transactions in the NFL world,
Yep.
and we got Q&A back.
Q&A's back.
6 questions to answer.
I gotta say, I didn't think we are gonna have any questions for a little bit.
Dude, my mom was the only one to ask any questions on the first go around, so I had to post it again.
I almost asked a question just to
do it.
talk about.
Oh man. First though, we're gonna do drink of the week
Yes.
again on the air.
I kind of like doing it on the air. It's a little. I don't know if
Yeah.
you know,
Well, I'm gonna say I apologize that we're being lazy about this and not doing a craft cocktail, which we'll do a craft cocktail next week. But
Cool.
when it's simple like this, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely good to do it this way.
And so what do we got going?
So today we're doing trusty vodka Red Bulls, and we're using Tito's, the best, and
And
sugar-free Red Bull.
sugar-free Red Bull.
Yeah. This is an easy one, obviously. You're gonna do 2 shots of vodka,
2 shots of vodka.
like the lady on that cooking show.
Yeah.
And then you can use your own Red Bull over there, Gage. And you top it off with Red Bull. Simple as pie. This is the Downtown Joe's favorite.
Yes.
That and Jaeger bombs.
You
Anything with Red
you
Bull.
pour the whole thing in there or no?
Yeah, you pour as much as you like.
So straight vodka?
Yeah.
Red Bull, I don't drink energy drinks ever. This is the best energy drink there is.
Yeah.
Best tasting one.
I kind of started doing the sugar free just for something but yeah, regular Red Bulls are a little too sugary.
Cheers.
Oh yeah. Nothing like kickstarting your day with a vodka Red Bull.
You know what like Red Bull reminds me of for some strange reason? Is Chef's Market back in the day. Remember Chef's Market?
Sure.
I feel like I always drink energy drinks there.
Really?
I don't know why.
Interesting.
I don't know, just the taste of it. It's really good though. Oh, look, Red Bull's good.
Yeah, Red Bulls
I'm
are
gonna
nice.
be bouncing off the walls here soon.
All right. Let's get into some local sports.
Yeah, we should.
So my Warriors, they are
They-
falling fast.
They're officially back to Scrub Nation.
They've lost 7 out of 8 now. 10th in the West, only a half game ahead of New Orleans, and only one game ahead of your Kings.
I like that.
Kings actually have a chance to be in the playoffs.
Let's go.
The playoffs.
That makes me happy.
Yeah. Yeah. Warriors are playing Milwaukee on TNT tomorrow night. That looks like another
Another
L.
L for sure.
So yeah, go Warriors, but you need to figure shit out.
Oh, yeah. But speaking of actually teams that used to be bad for the Bay Area,
Yeah.
the Sharks are hot right now.
The new hottest team in the Bay.
Love it. Because we know the Giants aren't.
Yeah.
But yeah, they won 4 in a row, and they're just 3 points out of a playoff spot. That's pretty good for the
It
Sharks.
was 1 point until today.
Yeah,
Or
it's
after
still
last
really
night.
early in the season, though, isn't it? Or
No, we're getting down to it. I think there's we're about 2/3 or 3/4 of the way
Oh,
through the
damn.
year. Yeah, we're
Gotcha.
getting there.
Gotcha. They play the Ducks tomorrow night.
Oh
So,
boy, Ducks stink, so we better whoop that ass.
smell really
Yeah,
bad.
they just beat the Kings 2 in a row. They're
Mhm.
playing the Ducks again. They're playing the Kings 2 more, and the Ducks 2 more after
Okay.
that. So they need to capitalize.
All right.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
time to make a move, boys.
Yeah. And speaking of another Bay Area team, your 49ers, they really think that Jimmy Garoppolo is worth a first-round pick?
Supposedly, that's what they're put. I think the idea is they don't want to trade him, but if a team really wants him, that's what they're willing to take on.
I mean, I know as a fan, you want a first-round pick.
Sure, yeah.
But,
Realistically, he's probably worth a 3rd-round pick at this point.
yeah. But
Well, it's hard to say. So the Niners traded a 2nd-round pick to get him, right?
Mhm.
Do you think his value is up or down since then?
Right. And
Because he does have a pretty good record as the Niners starter.
he did go to a Super Bowl.
He went to a Super Bowl.
I mean,
but-
it's a good team he was with,
Yeah.
but, you know, good teams go to the Super Bowl. But
sure, yeah.
it's tough.
I think it's tough because of
I think it's a wash.
yeah.
I think a second-round pick is
second
perfect.
would be fair-ish, yeah.
Mhm.
But the thing is, like, he's just so injury prone. He's really only played 1 full season,
Mhm.
and he doesn't have he doesn't match the eye test as far as skills. So that's the other side of it.
The only eye test he matches is his beauty.
Yes.
And he is a sharp-looking man right
Cheers
now.
to you, Jimmy.
Cheers, Jimmy G. It's the only time I'll cheers a Niner.
So that's what we got in the local world. But we will continue with a little local sports here as we get into some baseball.
Yep.
The A's, they started the season in ugly fashion.
Damn, they lost 4 straight.
They got
To the
swept,
Astros?
got swept by the Astros in 4 games. And not only did they get swept, they got outscored 35-9 in the series.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was rough.
Astros back.
Yeah, honestly.
Or are the A's back to being shitty?
Yeah, they hope not. But
Oof.
A's will be starting a series with the world champion Dodgers this week too, and they're playing the Astros again this week, so
Yeah.
they're in for it.
Yeah,
They better turn things around quick.
I saw A's fans were talking mad shit to the Astros, like signs
Oh, yeah,
and like
they had
trash. I mean, I
signs.
know everybody does
They-
that, but
Astros, they need to take one on the chin this year. They deserve it.
they deserve it.
So yeah,
It's crazy that the A's are actually playing worse than the Giants are.
yeah. Well, the Giants looked great on opening day until the bottom of the 8th inning.
Right when the 8th inning started, too, I was thinking to myself, you know what? It's 5-1. I'm feeling pretty good about my Giants right now.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good about them.
And then
I should have knocked on some wood.
Yeah.
Instead of losing, what, in the 10th inning of that game?
yeah, so they gave up 6 runs. They had a 6-1 lead in the 8th inning. Gave up 6 in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah.
To go down 7-6, and then Dickerson tied it with a home run in the 9th, and then it went to extras, and Jose Alvarez came in, walked 3 straight guys, I think, and lost the game.
I swear, every time I go to my kitchen and come back out,
Something stupid happens.
the lead kept changing. Like, what's going on here? Should I just stay in here? I'm hungry,
Yeah.
though. I need to get food.
Yeah. They did bounce back and win the second game of the series, and then lost game 3, 4-0. So.
Buster Posey, early comeback player of the year candidate.
Yay! 2 home runs in 2 games. Let's go, bud.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, Longorio's got a couple home runs also.
Because, I mean, a giant player is that finally going to break 10 home runs in a season this
Yeah.
year?
We need Yastrzemski to get going though. He's had a rough start.
Yeah.
Gosman also pitched pretty well on opening day. 6 2/3, 1 run.
And they play the Fathers tonight?
By the Fathers.
Nice.
That's going to be ugly.
Oh, I forgot the Padres are, like, good now.
Yeah. it sounds weird to say, but
I
yeah.
know. You know who's happy about that? Rob Stevens.
Rob Stevens. Hey, shout out to
Shout
Rob.
out to Rob Stevens.
saw a picture of him on my fridge last night.
Is that our first Rob Stevens shout out on this show?
I think it is.
Probably. Unless we talk about the Pacers or something, or the Dolphins.
Yeah, missed that. Yeah, missed that guy though.
Missed that guy.
My mom said that he stopped by the house recently.
Hmm?
Yeah.
It's nice. What was he doing? Just saying hi? Like,
I
was
think he happened to be in the neighborhood
Oh.
for some reason.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then stopped by.
I always love the dynamic of your mom and Rob. Because there's
They're so opposite
they're
personalities.
totally different.
Yeah.
But Rob's like super respectful. And stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's what my mom appreciates.
He's like a big teddy bear, you know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
he really is. All right, let's roll around the league really quick. Mets and Francisco Lindor, 10-year extension, $341 million. Hasn't even played a game yet for the Mets.
Best smile in baseball,
Yeah.
Francisco Lindor.
He's maybe probably my favorite player. I mean, at least one of them.
More than Trout.
Well, Trout's God, but
Trout. Trout.
yeah.
Trout rose yesterday.
Trout is my daddy. I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. We're gonna edit that part out.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. But yeah, I love Francisco Lindor. He raked this spring. I think he had like 6 or 7 home runs. So I think
He's good.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He was.
Plays a good shortstop.
He's
He's gonna be a Met for a long time.
that's a lot.
Yeah. So did you see the first home run of the season? It was Miguel Cabrera off Shane Bieber in the snow in Detroit.
Really?
It was ridiculous. Like the snow was dumping down, and they're playing.
How often do you see snow games?
Not very often.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he poked one out to right. The funny thing about the home run too is it hit like this metal bar that's just over the right field wall and bounced back into play.
So
And Cabrera didn't even realize it. He slid into second base. And then they gave him the wave around. But I thought that was funny.
Miguel Cabrera kind of fell off, didn't he?
He did. I hope he has a bounce back because
He was good.
he's an all-time hitter for sure.
He was good.
Yeah.
For a
I
minute.
think he's approaching a milestone for home runs. I think I can't remember what
600
it is.
maybe?
I don't feel
500?
like it's that much, but I feel like he already got to 5.
Yeah.
But I'd have to look it up.
Because he was like, I'm not gonna say on good pace to break Barry's record, but he was.
Definitely on a 600 home run pace for sure.
Good for him though.
Yeah,
I hope he has,
absolutely.
like you said, I hope he has a comeback year because I've always liked Miggy.
Yeah, for
For
sure.
sure.
Kind of sucked that those Tigers teams were never able to get over the hump. I mean, I'm glad the Giants beat them, of
Yes,
course, that one year,
yes.
but that seemed like a team that was poised to win a World Series at some point.
The
They
one
never
thing
did.
with Cabrera that always makes me laugh is that he is a World Series champion, but it was in the first season of his career.
Yeah,
So it's like he already has a ring,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
but I'm sure he would like another one.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause it's been so long.
I feel like also like if you win one early, you probably don't appreciate it as much as you would if you did it. In
Like
the prime.
Mark McGuire or something, you know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
didn't he win one the first couple years of his career?
Yeah, 90
Or 89?
or 89, whatever it was. Yeah, 89.
Yeah, I don't know when he was drafted.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, he was like a 30-year player at that point.
yeah.
Yeah, moving on. White Sox rookie Yerman Mercedes started the season 8 for 8.
I saw. I was watching
Yeah.
the Angels game last night. They were
And
talking
I'm
about this guy.
Yeah. He actually made his debut last year. Only one at bat, went 0 for 1, but this year started 8 for 8. Pretty good start for him.
That's pretty good.
This is a really cool story. Tigers Rule 5 draft pick Akil Baddoo homers on the first pitch he sees in his MLB career. And if you're not familiar with the Rule 5 draft, the Rule 5 draft is a draft that's kind of like tries to balance rosters. So once you reach like a certain amount of years of minor league experience, you have to either be on a team's 40-man roster,
Yeah.
or you're eligible to be drafted in the Rule 5 draft, and basically just puts these players in this pool to be drafted from. But the team that drafts this player has to keep them on their roster that season for the whole season,
Okay.
or they risk having to send them back to their original team.
Gotcha.
It's kind of complicated, but
Wasn't Russell Wilson drafted in a Rule 5? Or no?
he may have been, but obviously he was not even on a roster.
Yeah.
He may have been. But this guy never even played above single A, which is incredible.
Wow.
And then homers on his first pitch he
That's-
sees. It's insane.
What else could you want?
I know, right?
Unless it's like a walk-off.
But yeah, how the hell do
Or
you not
grand
play?
slam.
Yeah, play above single A and then you just poke one out in your first AB. That's
I
awesome.
hope he got that ball back.
Probably not, but that would be cool to have.
That would be
His parents were in the crowd,
Oh,
which
that's
was cool. Yeah.
That's cool for sure.
Also last night, Shohei Ohtani became the first player to start on the mound and bat second in the lineup since 1903.
I gotta say about his home run. So there's not as many fans as there usually are in the stands.
Yeah.
The crack of the bat from when
Oh,
he hit
it's
his
so
home run.
loud.
I was gonna say because I feel like it just echoes more when there's not
Mhm.
as many fans. But the way he hit that thing, it was a no doubt.
Yeah. ESPN does a good job with their acoustics on
They should.
around the plate.
I mean,
for
it's
sure.
just. Every time I watched it a couple times. I just laugh.
Oh yeah.
He smoked this.
He
ball.
roasted it. 115 miles per hour off the bat.
Yeah.
So that was in his first AB, right? He also threw 8 of his 92 pitches over 100 miles an hour. This guy's
He's a freak.
he's
He's a freak. He's doing his best Babe Ruth impression.
Pretty much.
Even though I don't think Babe was throwing 100.
Yeah. He and I think they said this is the first time he's hit and pitched on the same day, because usually they use him as a DH on his non-pitching days, and that's it.
Do we know how else he did hitting that day, or was that?
I don't know if he got any other hits. I know he didn't get very deep into the game, but yeah, Angels ended up winning on a walk-off home run in the game. So
Nice.
We have 3 undefeated teams left entering today. Orioles, shocker.
Ooh, Baltimore.
Yeah. Astros and the Phillies actually swept the Braves.
Wow. You know who's not happy about the Astros being undefeated right now?
All of our A's fans friends.
Ashley Sills.
As well that too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, probably Yankees fans too.
Yeah.
They don't like the Astros.
I know Ashley doesn't listen to us, but I'm sure she doesn't. She doesn't like this. I always root for the Astros now just to fuck with her, for sure. It's just what I do. It's what I'm best at, being a troll.
That's funny. Also, the Mets and Nationals had their opening series postponed due to COVID outbreak in the Nats organization. But they're looking to get their season started this week.
Yeah, better be safe than sorry, but I know those guys want to get out there and play.
Yeah, I think the Nationals are going to be. I mean, they're adding guys to their roster to be able to play against the Braves this week, so it should be interesting. All right, that's what we got for baseball. Unless you got anything anyway.
Baseball. Just go Giants, man.
Yeah.
That first game really put me in the shits.
Yeah, it just seemed like typical Giants over the last 5 years, right?
Like absolutely.
Just letting it get away, but hopefully there's better things coming.
Yep.
Let's move on to college basketball.
Man.
Before we get into the Final Four, North Carolina head coach Roy Williams is retiring after 33 seasons of coaching.
Legend. He's already in the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he was awesome. 15 years with Kansas, 18 years with North Carolina, 30 tournament appearances in 33 seasons. That's outrageous.
That's pretty good.
9 Final Fours, also incredible, and 3 championships with the Tar Heels in 05, 09, and 2017.
Yeah, that's when they beat Gonzaga.
Yeah, that's right. That was a good game. I remember that one.
I do want to give a shout out to North Carolina's new head coach, which is
Hubert Davis.
And he is the first black head coach in North Carolina men's basketball history.
Nice.
So I like that a lot.
Hubert was a good college basketball player too.
Yeah, was he an analyst too or no?
I want to say he was like for ESPN.
Yeah,
I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
So I want to give a shout out to him. That's really cool. I was gonna say that for last call, but then you
Yeah.
mentioned that, so I thought I had to mention it.
There you go.
Should mention it.
There we go.
Hey, breaking barriers.
Yep.
It's not kind of surprising. But I guess they had Dean Smith for a long time. Then they had,
And then
or they probably had somebody in between Dean Smith and.
I feel like maybe Roy was the successor. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But yeah, and Hubert Davis has been the assistant coach for North Carolina. Yep.
Well deserved.
Yeah, and familiarity there too.
Yeah. Naismith basketball or Naismith winners for college basketball.
Yeah.
Paige Buchers from UConn.
Mm-hmm.
We talked a little about her last week a little bit.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's a baller.
Freshman too.
Freshman.
Player of the year. Wow.
I think the first time in women's basketball history that a freshman won.
Oh, is that right?
Fact check me, but I think that's what I read. Yes.
That's cool.
And then our boy Luka Garza from Iowa.
Let's go Hawkeyes, baby.
You were telling me they retired his number, huh?
They did.
Already? I mean, he's probably one of the best players in their history.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
Well, there's an interesting topic or like kind of debate about this. That there was another guy who was like the all-time leading scorer before Luka passed him.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't have his number retired, and he was sour when he found out that Garza got his number retired.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder who that is. I don't know who that is.
I forget who the guy was, but
Yeah.
they made a big deal of that.
Yeah. Paige Buchers. We're going to talk about it, but UConn surprised me.
Yeah.
They got smoked. That kind of fucked up our thing we wanted to do for Stanford.
I know. I saw that. I was like, fuck. I kind of want UConn to win this, but
Yeah, Arizona beat UConn 69-59.
Yep.
I didn't watch this game, but it seemed like Arizona was pretty much 10 the whole time.
Yeah, they were up 10 at the half, won by 10. Kind of controlled the game for a lot of the time.
Did you watch any of it?
I kind of had half an eye on it. I was at work during it.
I would like to know what their defense was like on Buchers. I'm sure
They're probably trapping her or
trapping,
something. Yeah. And then my Stanford girls.
Yep.
Shout out.
You had to wear the shirt today.
Man, they hung on for dear life against South Carolina. That last tip, so they won by 1, right? That last tip that just bounced off the back rim. How did that not go in?
That girl's. I'm sick for her, so she's got to be sick.
I know, dude. Like,
did you? So when I saw the back iron, I always think of that Reggie Miller 30 for 30. And Patrick Ewing. The C's pod. And
and he did this.
He did a finger roll that hit the back iron. They lost that game.
Out.
I don't know if they lost a series in that game, or from that game.
Well, they did lose the series, but it was a conference semifinals. It wasn't the conference finals, which was why it was less of a big deal.
But anytime I see someone miss a shot back iron that close, I think of Patrick Ewing.
Yeah,
in that documentary, because that's sick.
Mm-hmm. It's a terrible way to lose a game.
But these women's games, man,
they're all exciting. Yeah,
they're all exciting.
So
the UConn Arizona one was kind of shit.
Yeah, but Stanford, so Stanford played Arizona in the championship game. Arizona, man, they gave them every punch that they could, and but Stanford hung on, very similar fashion to the Final Four game, and they won 54-53.
Stanford wanted to give this game up.
They did. They had every chance to put it away, and they just kept turning the ball over.
Also, shout out the Pac-12.
Yeah, representing the championship
Pac-12
game.
representing the championship game. That's
Let's
cool.
go.
I was watching. I was like, oh shit, Arizona and Stanford both in the championship game.
I mean, both the conference represented themselves well in both tournaments, the men's and the women's.
Yeah.
All things considered. But yeah.
Speaking of the men's tournament, Baylor smoked Houston.
Yeah, they made it. They were up 25 and a half.
I didn't even bother putting this game on.
Yeah.
I think I caught it at halftime and I saw the score. I was like, I'm not even gonna watch this. And then the Gonzaga UCLA game.
Oh my God.
You said you were working.
Yeah.
And
I had my eye on it for most of it.
I caught the second. I got a little less than the second half at Deaver's house, and dude,
It was back and forth the whole game.
I think one of the analysts on CBS said UCLA didn't lose this game. They just ran out of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because this was. I was kind of rooting for UCLA because I know you got Gonzaga in our bracket.
Yeah.
But
I really want to see Gonzaga pull off the perfect season, but
it would be cool.
that was a hell of a game. No question about it.
Okay, so if you're like me, this is the first time you've heard about Jalen Suggs, probably.
Yeah.
Or anybody listening.
Yeah.
I know who he is now. I'll give you that much. This dude hit a 35-foot jumper.
Yeah.
And
Banked it in
the bank is officially open,
Yeah.
by the way,
Yeah.
for Jalen Suggs.
For the win in overtime.
I heard Coward say that this guy earned himself a couple $1 million for that shot right there.
Well, he was already. He's projected to be at least a top 10, if not top 5 draft pick. But yeah, he's a good player. He was really high recruit out of high school.
Yeah,
So
that's one of the best endings I've ever seen to a college basketball game.
I think the only one that I can think of that tops it is the Villanova game. Yeah.
Yeah. I was saying that shot right there has got to be up there with the Villanova shot and like the Christian Laettner shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the one that everybody knows.
Yep.
There's probably more that I can't think of, but that shot was incredible.
It's outrageous.
And he made it, kind of walked off, and he knew he was the fucking man when he made that shot. I'd do the same thing though.
Yeah.
I think even Gonzaga's head coach, what's his name? I forget. Mark Few. You could tell he walked to the other coach and shook his hand. He's like, dude, I can't.
Yeah,
I can't even believe that happened. You know what I mean? The only thing with Gonzaga is, if I'm Gonzaga, I'm a little worried about this because UCLA was the 11th seed.
Yeah.
And Baylor's not going to be as easy.
Yeah, no
as
question.
UCLA is. You know what I mean?
I will say, Gonzaga does not defend great. Mm-hmm. They're definitely a better offensive team than they are a defensive team.
I think, isn't their shooting percentage of the team like really good?
They shot like 50% from the field this year.
I will say, watching like the second half of that game, I noticed it seemed like whenever they had the ball went in the basket.
Yeah,
like they're very good at what they do.
They move the ball and move bodies around so like better than I think I've ever seen in college basketball. Honestly,
is Suggs a freshman?
He is, yeah.
Yeah, so Mark Few's he's losing him for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
His draft stock will never be this high.
Well, I watched an interview on ESPN with Mark Few, and they were talking about him, and Jalen Suggs actually recruited himself to Gonzaga because Mark Few acknowledged, he's like, we don't go after players like this. Mm-hmm. Like, he was the top 5 recruit in the nation. He's like, we don't do that. That's not our style. Yeah. It's not the players that want to come to Gonzaga, but he really wanted to play for them. Yeah. And he was willing to buy into the system kind of, because Jalen Suggs could probably play at any program and take 20 shots a game if he wanted to, but that's not how they play. They move the ball.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
That's cool that he wanted to go there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And hey, he's right where he wants to be, playing for the national championship.
So tonight,
is the national championship.
National championship game, Baylor versus Gonzaga.
Woo-hoo, boy, these are the two top seeds in the
whole tournament.
In the tournament, yeah. So everybody got what they wanted.
My dad's loving this Gonzaga thing, man. He's
all in.
I just don't. I think I asked him yesterday when I saw him. I was like, "Why do you like Gonzaga so much?" He's like, "I don't know, I just do." I'm like, "You're kind of lame."
I'm rooting for him. They've been such a great program for the last 20 years, give or take, with Mark Few, and they have not quite reached the mountaintop. So I'd like to see that happen.
I think what we were talking about earlier is you got to root for both almost, because Gonzaga's never won it, and I don't know when the last time Baylor has, if they ever have.
Yeah, I don't know if they ever have.
I think it's the first time Baylor's been in the championship game since like late 40s.
Jeez, that's crazy.
A long time.
Yeah.
And so I think whoever wins is gonna be a great story.
Sure.
It's gonna be great that they finally win after a long time or ever.
And Baylor had a really good team last year, so they're probably feeling like they got robbed of a chance, but they're gonna be in the moment tomorrow or tonight rather.
How's your bracket doing?
Well, so I did not have Baylor in the championship, so that kind of put me back a little bit. But if Gonzaga wins, I'm gonna have a good score, no question about it.
Also, I think I want to tell the fans, I was one team off having a perfect Final Four.
I can't remember if we talked about that, but that's awesome. Yeah,
No, because that last game was last Tuesday.
we hadn't seen the Final Four yet. You're right. You're right.
So I had the only team I had Michigan there, and they lost UCLA in close
By
fashion.
fucking 1 point. Or
Dude,
was it?
that was
crazy.
because I had Michigan in my championship game. That's what really messed me up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come in second. I'm not gonna win.
Yeah, you actually don't in the ISR pool. You don't have a chance to win because Nick also has Baylor winning the whole thing, and he's in first place right now.
But what's funny is I have, like I said, I had 2 men's brackets.
Mm-hmm.
So the one in ours I picked Baylor, and the other one I picked Gonzaga.
Yeah.
So tonight I'm a winner.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
My women's one, like I said, I had UConn, and I came in 3rd place. And I don't want to say who came in first because I don't want to give her the satisfaction.
That's funny. Did she pick Stanford to win it all?
No, she picked UConn, but I think she picked a lot more.
Before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I'm cool with any of it, really.
Yeah.
I did win already won the one I picked Gonzaga in, so that's cool.
There you go. There you go. What was I gonna say? Yeah. So if Gonzaga wins, I'll win the pool. If
Oh, you will?
Yeah. If Baylor wins, then Nick will get it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What's your max points you can get right now?
1180.
And what does he have right now?
He has 900.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Or no, he has 980. Sorry.
I already know what's gonna happen. You're gonna just come back and just fucking win the whole thing, like always, you motherfucker.
I don't feel like I always do that great in brackets, to be completely honest, though.
How are you doing in your parents' bracket?
Terrible. Yeah.
Who'd you pick to win that one?
Well, so we don't do a bracket. We pick games for each round.
Ah, I forgot you
Yeah.
did that way. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have like a little point system.
Yeah.
So basically what it comes down to is like once you get to the championship game, the top 2 get to pick for the championship. And since my dad had the most points, he's picking Gonzaga, and my mom's gonna get Baylor by default.
Okay.
Yeah. So Baylor wins, and she gets to claim the trophy.
And who won 2 years ago?
It was me.
Nice.
Yeah.
You guys still use that Giants notebook?
Hell yeah,
You
dude.
guys been doing that for years.
Yeah, we've been doing it since 2008.
I think it's so cool that you guys keep doing that.
Yeah.
I love.
We almost did not do it. We actually missed the first round for this year,
cool.
which kind of stunk.
Yeah.
But we got there for the second round and still made it interesting.
I've always thought it's so cool that you've been doing that for so long. 'Cause I remember you guys been for years.
Yeah, forever.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
go Baylor. Baylor Bears.
Let's go Zags, baby.
NFL news: Seahawks and Tyler Lockett, 4 years, $69 million.
Yeah.
Extension.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's
Kind of under the radar, good player, man.
Yeah, he went from like a gadget guy to being one of Russell Wilson's favorite targets.
Yeah. 100 catches last year.
That's.
Franchise record.
Is it really?
Yeah.
You're telling me Steve Largent never had 100 catches?
They didn't throw the ball as much back then.
That's true.
100 catches is a lot.
That's a good
I
point.
know guys go over 100 a lot these days, but 100 catches
Well, Steve
is
Largent, he was
one of the
he
better.
had like all the records before Jerry Rice was ever there, you know,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't even know who was throwing to him. Like I knew who was throwing to Jerry Rice.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know who Steve Largent was getting.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yeah. But I mean, he's got over 3,000 yards over the last 3 seasons, so and 28 touchdowns. That's a lot of touchdowns.
You know who likes this? Is Russell Wilson.
Yeah. You know who likes this also is fantasy dynasty owner of Tyler Lockett right here.
That's you?
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, he's got DK and he's got Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
I like the potential of Tyler Lockett going forward now that DK is established.
Oh, yeah.
Probably a little more focus on his side of the field, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think Tyler's going to continue to put together some good seasons.
He had 100 on the dot, on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, big time year for
I'd be
him.
pissed if I had 99.
Yeah.
It's like, just give me one more.
Yeah, he had 100 catches, 1,000 yards, and 10 touchdowns.
Damn.
Yeah. 1,110 club. I don't even know if that's the thing.
He had perfectly 1,000?
No, it was like 1,070
okay.
or something like
Gotcha.
that.
Good for them. And news that just broke about 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
Jets trade Sam Darnold to the Panthers for a 6th-round pick this year. 2nd and 4th-round pick.
Next year.
Yeah. And
Big move.
I didn't see this coming.
I didn't see the Panthers as a fit, but they definitely were looking to upgrade at that position. So I figured they would be drafting a quarterback. And maybe they still are,
Still can.
depending on if a guy's even there. But
I feel good. I'm happy for Sam Darnold because he's finally leaving
He needed to get the fuck
the
out of it.
Jets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know that the Panthers is necessarily a great situation though either. But-
It's got to be better than the Jets. Though.
I would
It's
hope
gotta
so.
be.
Yeah,
So this probably means that Zach Wilson.
it's almost inevitable.
Inevitable.
Yeah, that he's going to be a Jet.
Yeah. Sorry, Zach.
I'm excited to see him play. I think he's going to be badass.
I think he's gonna be good too.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll see how the whole Jet situation goes.
You gotta think though with Sam Darnold, Drew Brees isn't there anymore. Brady's probably gonna be there for what 3 more years at the max,
2, 3, yeah.
and then Matt Ryan will eventually. He's getting a little older.
He's not. He's got probably 1 year left. I'm guessing.
Yeah. So the Panthers could be winning that division here soon.
They could be competitive. Sure, absolutely.
'Cause I don't trust. I mean, the Saints. Jameis ain't gonna do it.
Yeah,
I don't think. We talked about this before,
yeah.
but
I mean, I mean, as long though as Sean Payton is there, I think the Saints are always going to be interesting.
yeah.
But yeah, should be fun to see Sam play in a different uniform.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for Q&A.
Q&A.
It is back and better than ever. Just kidding. It's just back.
He's just back. And like we said, we only had 2 questions coming into this.
Yeah, but now we got 6.
We got 6 now. Let's
Thank
go.
you. Although 2 of them are not really questions, but anyways. All right, I'll start it off.
All right.
Margan for my mother
Yeah.
says, "Hey ISR!" Exclamation point.
That's us.
Yeah. Should we all climb on board with the DH? What do you think?
That's a good question. I think we should keep it as it is. I think the DH would make things more exciting for the National League. But I kind of like especially like in the World Series where, home field for National League, the AL has to have their.
Yeah.
I say we keep it the way it is.
I am becoming more torn. I used to be very resistant to the DH in the National League. I'm starting to lean more in favor of it just because it's clear that pitchers don't care about hitting at all anymore.
That's true.
And I understand from the fans' perspective that they don't want to see a pitcher come up to bat 3-4 times a game and watch them not be able to do anything.
I would think after a while you would be able to have pitchers maybe work more on the hitting. Like Ohtani, why don't we try to get more people like that
Yeah,
for pitching?
I think those kinds of players are fun. I
Yeah.
100% agree with that.
Why don't we, I feel like over time, sports and players in sports evolve and really, there's over time you get better and better
Yeah,
genetically,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So why can't we get these pitchers to try to hit more?
Yeah, I think baseball is also very specialized as far as skills, and especially when you get to the major leagues and you're a pitcher, they want you to be as good of a pitcher as you can be, and so they're going to focus all your time
Yeah.
on that.
And I guess let's say if you're an American League pitcher, why would you care? But if you get traded to the National League, you're like, well, I gotta kind of do this now.
exactly.
So
My suggestion to solve this issue would be to let the home manager, and it doesn't matter what league it is, let the home manager decide
of a game.
the day of the game. It has to be done at a certain time of the day, a certain amount of hours before the game starts. That we're either using the DH or we're not.
Okay.
And so the away team has to go by the same rule that the.
Well, obviously, given like you said, a good amount of time to
For
figure
sure,
it
yeah.
out.
I think
it's
we
like you're not gonna do it 5 minutes.
Yeah,
before
like
the
a
game.
7 o'clock game, you got to have that decided by 1 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
Uh,
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
And I think that'll be fun for strategy purposes.
Mhm.
I know, managers don't give a fuck about strategy anymore. They just go to write a lineup these days. But
They go with the what's the
you go by the book.
analytics.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that would be a fun. I actually heard one other person on the ESPN for the first time. I've heard an analyst have the same idea.
Oh really?
Yeah, which I thought was really cool.
Nice.
I think it was Clinton Yates on Around the Horn,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly. So shout out Clinton. I like your opinion too. But I think that would be a great way to do it. I mean, I think it would add just a fun little wrinkle to the whole thing. And odds are 75% of the time they're going to choose to use the DH anyways.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I just know baseball. I think they still like they like to do it such by the book. You know,
they like to keep things the way it is. Yeah.
which
I will be shocked if they do not have a universal DH for next season, because I think everybody wants it. That's around the sport, and so I think it's coming.
And I can't see I can't see the MLB wanting this because they want to makes the game more fun. There's more hits.
Well, yeah, you want to see the
more-
guys that are good at something do it, not
Yeah,
guys that
exactly.
aren't good at something do it.
And MLB always wants fans to watch, and like 'cause
They're
everyone's-
hurting for
Yes.
Exactly. Viewership.
Exactly. Another question from Margan, Emerson's mother, is that so this one's from Kurt, your dad.
Yeah.
Something about MotoGP, sarcastic wink emoji. I mean, you're more of the
I was talking to my dad about MotoGP yesterday, and he's like super juiced on this season.
why
Well, for right now, the guy that would normally be the clear cut favorite to win it all is not racing because he's injured. So it's kind of an open, open for the taking at this point. And he just over the last few years, he just keeps raving about how they have great finishes
really?
frequently.
And that's
Motorcycles.
Yep.
It's the Formula One version of motorcycle racing,
Gotcha.
basically. But yeah, he was telling me that during it was either qualifying or practice lap, they had a guy clock the fastest speed ever. It was like 225 miles an hour
on a bike.
on a bike.
Dude.
Think about,
Dude.
that's outrageous. 225 miles an hour on two wheels.
If anything goes wrong, you're dead.
You're
Or
not looking good.
You're becoming a vegetable.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
Do you know how fast your dad's ever been on a bike?
I don't. I know the ones he races, they don't go super fast. I mean, they're in like the low hundreds.
But still, I mean, going 100 on a bike?
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I've been like over 100 in a car like a few times.
And it's just
scary.
a little bit of a
You're
rush.
like, okay, I can't. You better have your seatbelt on.
Yeah.
You know, you're going through the windshield.
Yeah.
200 miles an hour on a bike.
Yep.
That is
I know Dylan likes motorcycle racing, so we're gonna have to maybe
Yeah.
start watching. But
it's
I'm gonna be honest, Dad. I'm not gonna promise that we're gonna talk about MotoGP on the regular.
we'll get there though. We'll
Yeah.
get there. Our next question is from Seven Waffles. She asks, "What event are you most looking forward to this summer, or for the summer's Olympics, and why?" I know my answer.
I generally like the 100-meter dash.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
just because it's kind of the build up to it is always fun. Just watching a guy just do something that's pretty quick.
Yeah.
Obviously Usain Bolt is not there, so there's not an icon that's
Mhm.
standing out. But I always like that one. I don't fucking care about the Olympics. I'll be completely
Really?
honest. Yeah.
Don't tell her that.
I mean, basketball is always cool just
I was
to see him dominate.
like basketball's the easy one, but for me, it's not even a question. It's skateboarding. It's the
Oh
first-
yeah, that's right.
It's the first year it's
I
gonna
forgot
be
about
there.
that. That'll be cool. I'll watch that.
And I don't know if I've said this on here, but you know, like the hardcore skaters are like
I'm totally against it.
totally against it because they're like, oh, it's
Fucking lame.
if you can make money off skateboarding, because you
Why
only
not?
do it for a certain amount of time, so you can't skate
Forever.
at a
yeah.
high level forever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm stoked for that,
Yeah.
for sure. I think it's great. It's an Olympic sport. I think it should have been an Olympic sport a long time ago. I mean, snowboarding is an Olympic sport
Yeah.
in the
It's
winter.
very similar.
It's-
idea.
yeah. So
Snowboarding kind of got its direction from skateboarding. I feel.
yeah, because skateboarding was before snowboarding.
Yeah.
Because everybody was skiing for a long time. So, skateboarding for sure. Especially since it's like the first year they're doing it. So.
Yeah. I feel like I like the Winter Olympics better, honestly,
I think I do too.
because
Yeah.
it's a lot closer to like the X Games, if you will,
Mhm.
because you like have all those snowboarding and skiing
Yeah.
events.
I like
Like watching the downhill skiing and snowboarding is pretty sick too.
curling.
Curling.
I like
Yeah.
watching curling. It's
Yeah.
I mean, it's very slow, but
Yeah.
there's an art to it, you know.
Yeah, and honestly, like for me, when the NHL players play in the Olympics, that's hands down my favorite Olympic event is the
Mhm.
hockey.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Summer Olympics they don't do it for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Next question is from our buddy Chava. Shout out to him, by the way.
Did we say anything last week about
I don't
this?
think we did. I can't remember if we did, but if we didn't,
Congratulations.
Yeah, he became a father.
Became a father.
And had a birthday the other day.
Yes.
So
Yes. Did you wish him happy birthday?
I did.
I did too.
A day late, but day late, buck short. You know.
Sounds like my life.
Mm-hmm. So he says Champions League is tomorrow. Better tune in.
Ooh.
And he gave the this emoji, which.
Praying.
So do you think it's a praying emoji or is it the high five emoji?
I think it's praying.
To me, that's what I think most people use it for.
You think it might be like a high five?
But I think I read that it's actually a high five,
That's
which I think could be bullshit. But
I think it's praying.
to me, I use it as praying
Yeah.
also. But I don't assume that's what he was going for.
Yeah.
But yeah, so quarterfinals tomorrow. I know he loves Real Madrid, so they're playing Liverpool first leg.
I love when people wear their jerseys and they have the logos right here. They're like, kiss it. You know?
Yeah. It's all about the team.
Yeah. I'm not going to tune in. I'm not going to lie.
Champions League is actually the best best thing in soccer.
Is it?
That soccer has. It's pretty cool.
I mean, soccer is cool. I got nothing against soccer. You know, we've been to a game. It was great. It was a really good time.
I have a hard time getting into it though because how am I gonna pick a European team?
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I have no connection.
Nothing wrong with that though. I mean, you can still watch it.
And be excited about it and see, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's harder for me when I don't have a dog in the fight.
So that's kind of how I am with college. That's how I'm with college sports, really.
Yeah.
Like college football, I don't have one team I root for. Like I'll claim Cal, but I just don't have one team in particular that I claim.
Yeah. No.
Same with college basketball, and then even the NBA, I'm kind of like that with.
Yeah.
Like I love the Kings, but I don't really pay attention to the Kings. You know what I mean?
I feel it.
So, our next question is also from Chavaway. Asks if the 49ers draft Fields, which is Justin Fields, how long until he's a starter, or will they have a QB comp at camp?
So my estimation will be week 7 or 8 that he becomes a starter. I don't think there's going to be a QB comp unless Justin Fields just blows everybody away with his ability to pick up the playbook. But even the Niners, when they picked up Jimmy G, did not give him the reins right away because they wanted to make sure he didn't go out there and embarrass himself, not knowing what was going on in the system, you know? So I'm going to say week 7 or 8. And I think Jimmy G's probably going to get hurt, and that's going to be the reason he comes in.
I'm going to say no weeks because they're drafting Mac Jones.
If they draft Mac Jones with a 3rd overall pick, I'm throwing something. I'm throwing
wait.
something.
It's going to be Mac Jones or an offensive tackle.
Oh my fuck. No tackles. Fuck that.
But if I had to answer the question if they do draft Fields, I'll say week 4.
Week 4. I think it's been quick.
I'll give it a month.
I just feel like Jimmy G's going to get hurt again. He's just destined for it.
And the fans are going to be chanting for Fields, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Justin.
However, I hope Jimmy G can make it through the whole year. Let Fields get all, or whoever they draft, get all the seasoning they need.
Yeah.
And I still think they're taking Trey Lance. I know Chava loves Justin Fields, but I think they're going with Trey Lance.
Yeah. They're getting Mac Jones, bro.
Fuck that. Stop it.
You're better off getting that Garoppolo jersey, just putting tape over and putting Jones.
Do you want more of this?
You're trying to shut me the fuck up, right?
Pretty much. No, fuck Mac Jones.
You have a little bit of...
I do,
Thank you. Fuck
Look
Mac
at you
Jones.
go. You can polish it out if you need to.
I put way too much vodka in here.
I saw that.
For what?
But yeah.
And our last question is from Call Me Court. She says, will the Giants sweep the Padres? Laughing emoji. The answer to this question is no.
I think the more likely thing is the Padres sweeping the Giants. Does that sound about right?
Oh, yeah.
Right on cue? All right.
Absolutely.
There you go, Courtney. I think you knew what you were getting into with that question, so.
The laughing emoji gives it away.
Yeah.
It's what you call a rhetorical question.
Mm-hmm. Sarcastic, for sure.
Yeah.
Thanks, Courtney. That's Q&A.
That is cute. Is that what we're doing now?
Yep.
That's Q&A.
That's Q&A. It's time for last call.
Yep. I was kind of bummed out there was no NASCAR race this
Hey, they
week.
take Easter off. They're very Catholic.
Well, last night I was checking. I was like, was there NASCAR on today? Or is it on tomorrow?
Denied.
I was like, damn, I gotta wait another week?
They didn't even race Formula One. That's how big Easter is, apparently.
God, spare me the time.
Exactly. But we do have an update in the standings because I did not do it last week
Yeah.
because I was waiting for official results, right?
We were having complaints from
Yeah.
a couple people in this pool.
Don't want to hear it,
Don't want to hear it.
especially from the leader,
Oh,
who is indeed Ashley Marie Sills with 24 points. Gage, you're at 20.
your boy.
Alex moving up to 3rd place with
Ooh,
a W
there you
from
go.
Joey Logano, so she's got 14.
Yep.
Danny at 13, Dylan 12, Garrett 8, and myself, big old 4.
Dak Prescott.
Yep.
Brett
Favre.
Favre.
Yeah. Nick Mullins. Oh boy. So yeah, it's a rough start.
Kevin Cobb.
Kevin Cobb, there you go. There's another good 4. Fuck.
First Kevin Cobb shout out.
First name last.
Emerson, you stink.
Yeah, not a good start.
Not good.
I need Kevin Harvey to do something because Eric Almirola has a whole negative 3 points.
I am so glad I drafted Kyle Larson. And Keselowski's just getting his wheels going too. No pun intended.
Yeah.
He's gonna win a couple. You know he is.
Fuck this, man. I'd rather just not even have a second driver at this point.
I mean, if we can talk to everybody about it, I'm cool with it.
He has 3 DNFs. It's outrageous. In 7 races.
I'll trade you 10 points for your first driver.
No. Anyways, our next race is Saturday night at Martinsville. Little night race, baby.
Night race.
Gonna miss that one, unfortunately, but that's always exciting. Martinsville's a fun, tiny little track.
Come on, Brad. I need a top 3.
Call
I
it
need a top 3 this week.
I need a W, man, big time. I think Garrett and I are the only ones without a win now. Drew Holiday signs a 4-year extension with
Yeah,
the
we
Bucks.
were talking about this on Saturday.
Yeah,
This was a little surprising.
4 years, 160 million.
Not bad.
Yeah, so apparently Giannis and the Bucks like what they see.
They're trying to win now. You
Yeah.
gotta respect it.
He's having a good year. I mean, he's by far having his most efficient shooting season of his career.
Yeah.
51% from the field, 39 from 3, 17 points a game, 5 assists.
Yeah.
Not
He's
bad.
a good player.
He's a good player. He's been a good player. He's had some injury issues in his career, but he's definitely gonna slide out to the point guard position.
What the hell have you got? All you put on here was Nelson Cruz was crushing baseballs today.
Yeah, that's just a.
Yeah, but
So, yes,
what's
I'm
the
gonna give you
what's the backstory to this?
So this morning I turned on ESPN. Like I said, they were playing baseball all day.
Gotcha.
Twins versus Tigers this morning.
And twins.
So I first turned it on, and they were showing this replay of this ball that Nelson Cruz hit that it was with the bases loaded that he thought maybe grazed the foul pole, but it was, I think it was definitely foul, just to the left of the foul pole. Or right, maybe right, I can't remember. Anyways, so he was, trying to get a grand slam out of it. I think they maybe reviewed it and called it a foul ball. Comes back to the plate, next pitch, laser home run.
Wow.
Next pitch.
That's some pimp shit
Yeah.
right there.
But-
You could challenge that?
I don't know if it was a challenge or it was just like an automatic review or something.
I know they did that.
Yeah, I wasn't really tuned in to the whole thing because I just turned it on. But next pitch, he hits this line drive that somehow got over the fence.
Damn.
114 miles an hour off the bat. Second at bat, moonshot home run. 116 miles an hour off
I
the
love
bat.
the term moonshot.
Yeah.
It just says what it is without
Yeah.
even thinking about it.
I saw him hit the ball and I just started laughing.
Yeah.
Man, and then I think he hit a double again later in the game. The Twins were rolling today. I think they had 15 runs when I turned the game off.
Wow. All right.
So yeah, that's what I got.
Okay. I had a couple things, but we're kind of pressed on time, so I'm going to say one of them to be quick.
Sure.
Jalen Hurts, quarterback for the Eagles. He's going to change his number from 2 to 1.
Okay. Was he 1 in college or 2?
I believe he was 2 at Alabama, but 1 in Oklahoma.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Which I think is interesting. I don't know if this is like a...
Because he's QB1 now. He's not QB2.
I was just going to say, I think it's just like a little message that he's QB1 now. I was
I
seriously
hope
just going to
that's
say
the
that.
case.
That'd be cool.
Or do you think it's because Carson Wentz stole his number?
Whatever it is, I love the pettiness. If that's the
Yes,
case. You know
yes.
me and pettiness. I think it's great. Yeah, I'll say this for next week. I think,
Okay.
and then the other thing too. But Jalen Hurts, number uno.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, it's definitely a ballsy number to wear.
Yeah. You
I would wear it. It's just like you got to be cocky to wear it a little
Yeah.
bit. You got to think you're the man.
Yeah.
Which Jalen Hurts apparently thinks that.
Yep. Also, one last thing. Baseball is moving the All-Star game out of Atlanta.
Yes, for voter suppression.
Yep. Interesting move.
So they're not having an All-Star game at all.
No, they're going to try to find a new site.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like there's been a few clubs that have actually put in, applied to or offered their stadium for it, which is interesting.
I saw something interesting that it was in Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Braves. So their uniforms all season have this patch commemorating.
Yeah, they even
All-Star
have a
game.
huge ass sign
Yeah.
at the stadium.
So there's a patch all season saying All-Star Game Atlanta, and I saw a picture and it was patched over. You can like
Oh,
see you
really?
can see the outline of it. So they haven't
So
done.
I wonder if they're working on the uniforms.
They
now.
have to.
Yeah,
But I just thought it was interesting.
yeah.
The reasoning for it, though, I'm cool with. We won't get totally into it, but I think
Yeah.
it's. I think the NFL did this, like in the '90s when it came Arizona was supposed to have a Super Bowl being played there, right?
Oh, really?
And they made Martin Luther King Day an optional national holiday, and the NFL said,
Like in the workplace kind of thing?
yeah,
Interesting.
I believe so. And the NFL said we will never have a Super Bowl here ever again unless we
Unless they change that law.
Let's change it. Then they changed it that year. I
Wow,
think.
that's crazy.
So, I'm cool with this. I mean, we don't get very political, and we're not
Yeah.
going to get political right now.
I also like. I would like to read what the bill was, just to kind of know what. I mean, I get the media always likes to make things more dramatic than they are, but I'd like to know what the idea behind it is.
Yeah, I haven't really. Yeah, so I'm not going to talk about it because I don't really know much about it.
Yeah.
I know it's for voter suppression in Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like taking away the ability to mail in votes or something like that. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. So MLB putting their big boy shoes on,
Mm-hmm.
cracking down.
I think this is the first time Rob Manfred did something that the players actually like. So good for you, Rob.
How long has he been the?
It's been like
Commissioner for
5 years, give or take.
Because it was
It was Bud Selig for a long
Bud
time.
Selig.
Yeah, maybe it's been longer, and I just forgot. Might be like 7 or 8 now, but yeah.
I feel like Adam Silver is like the one commissioner everybody likes.
Yeah, although I think it's hard to be a commissioner because you're always gonna be on the wrong side of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, he definitely made noise when he first came in. I'm trying to remember what he did.
It was for
It was
the Clippers honor.
that's right. Yeah, he kicked out Donald Sterling.
Don Sterling.
Yeah.
He's straight up banning him for life. Everyone's like, damn.
Yeah.
He ain't fucking
That was
around.
big time.
And he had some big shoes to fill. I mean, David Stern was a really good. He did a lot for the NBA.
Yeah. I think a lot of people were tired of David Stern though because he wasn't really growing the league anymore. He was just like
Yeah.
standing pat. But yeah, he did a lot of good things for the NBA for sure. All right.
All right.
Good episode.
Good episode.
We're gonna go have some fun.
Yes, we
Watch the game.
are. Go Baylor.
Go Zags. Let's go. Peace.